Amnian Nights, Episode 7. Monkey to give the recap. Go.
So, at the very beginning, we were just leaving the farmstead, having just killed the Ankeg. Obsidian made an effort to buy the earrings from Asher Vasher to no avail. Sire tried to potentially talk to Asher about the exchange and also potentially about her heritage, none of which was reciprocated. Asher hung back from the group on our way back into town. Well, once we got into town, and made a secreted purchase from a local vendor. And then we went and met Cromwell IV from the Forge of Legends, who turns out is a cool guy who can smash magical items together, essentially, as well as general smithing, but mostly that is his like main thing. We went back to the Adventurers Guild and waited to meet Clem and companions for a while, during which time Asher went and got absolutely blitzed out of her mind in the bathroom, and saw lots of ants crawling all over the walls. Had some very interesting conversations in her absence. Eventually, Sire brought her back, somewhat judgmentally. We eventually got in to see Clem along with Gellert, and he did indeed induct us into the Adventurers Guild, paying for our membership, and discuss the different roles one needs in an adventuring group, etc. And towards the end, Sire visited the Phylactery again to speak to Ayesh and started working on some tattooing. And we also got that little Adventurers Guild pin thing, which will alert us to if they have any work for us, so we don't have to bother them all the time.
Excellent, thank you. Give yourself 1 inspiration point.
Oh, I'm feeling so inspired.
Anything but anybody else would like to add before we pick up at the Coronet? You've all gone about your own business, and then as you walk back, most coincidentally, you all find that you seem to be converging on the doors of a coronet around the same time. What are the chances?
50-50. It either happens or it doesn't. Well, isn't this a sight for sore eyes? Come on, gang. Let's get some food. Ah, I see it's bustling in here. Let's go to the table with food.
Is it, as I assume it's as empty as we see him?
There's a few people in here, but for some reason all my NPCs have not come through. Oh, because I entered it for breakfast. Yeah, there's a handful of people in here, but it's early afternoon. They're between the early morning alcoholics and the evening crowd coming in. Let's chuck a couple of patrons on.
I'm actually still loading.
There you go.
You know that phenomenon when like a place is totally empty and you pull up and then suddenly you can just come in constantly and there's a stream out the door?
As the bards play and they give you a small, slight wave, mid-pluck, and then carry on just sort of slowly walking around the stage as they're playing.
Definitely eye up this very interesting looking fellow.
Which very look interesting looking fellow?
All right.
Yeah, he just seems to be a fellow. I mean, I've literally gone in and grabbed tokens from my wildcard tavern patron.
But with such an interesting token border.
Oh yeah,
It's like he's peering through a little window.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
so
looking through a tavern window.
I've never noticed that one before.
That's cool.
I ain't been dropping no eaves. But yeah, you can order some food.
Oh.
Just a reminder, Asher, you have a level of exhaustion because drugs are bad.
Well, we had talked about me coming back here and napping for the afternoon, but I doubt that did anything for it.
Yeah, that's not a long no, certainly not.
Yeah.
You are feeling rough.
Well, gang, anything interesting happen in our absence?
Not on my end. I had a very enjoyable time with Ayesh. I've got something I need to show you. And she slips off a tall leather boot to show off an ankle tattoo around her ankle. What does it look like, DM?
You were going to tell me in your channel at some point throughout the week, so we can go with whatever you would like. Ayesh herself would be inclined toward, if left to her own devices to freehand, her natural style would fall to more sort of like roots and vines, almost like a sort of like vector sort of style, not the very messy druidy style roots. But if it's a collaborative effort and if you're talking to each other, she might have adjusted that.
Is it an aesthetic tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
Then I would say it looks like the shapes of mountain tops, and it is the place that Ayesh kind of originally comes from. And we discussed roots and origins and the importance of being grounded to a particular place, and how that is like a stabilizing thing.
I feel like she would have, through talking to you, there's a few trees on the mountains, but although there's shading on a lot of the tattoo, the shape of the trees are deliberately left empty. And Ayesh explained that this was deliberate and something that she'll show you has use next time you go to her.
And there it is. It's kind of like a bracelet around her ankle. A large bracelet.
Very nice. Before long, you'll be covered head to toe, hey?
One could only hope.
Perhaps I should get something.
I have been nagging you for years. Let me try to do something on you.
Well, if I was going to, I'd probably want to go to a professional.
Excuse me? Do you have anything to say about my skills?
If that's the kind of thing you like, that's fine.
For you, I could do anything. I could even draw you a little monkey's tail because you are so funny.
Monkeys are pretty funny, it's true. I was thinking perhaps something right around the bicep. Very masculine.
I will run out of ink if I have to go around your huge bicep.
Oh, stop.
Okay, I'm gonna get some ale.
What do you think, Asher? Would a enormous bicep tattoo suit me?
I've seen it before with like they've done like chain and wire, in different designs, all twisted up. Pretty good.
And whilst he's saying this, he's just like,
yeah. Always been nervous about tattoos. I feel like the permanence,
Well, I'm nervous about the idea when it's Sire on the other end, but a professional, that's a different matter. but the permanence, I mean, that is still permanent, so. But a lot of our actions are. Can't change the past, you know?
Right. But I don't know if I just want to put it all on my skin where I'd have to look at it all the time.
Is there a past you wish to change, Atticus?
Whatever do you mean? I'm not covered in tattoos yet. Haha.
Right.
Regarding the job for later, what do you think we need to look out for when scouting? I was thinking we should try and see how many entrances and exits this building has, since last time our key flaw was someone escaping. So if we are to tackle the problem head on, as it were, I should rather like us to be able to prevent anyone running and alerting guards, especially since there's more money in it for us if we succeed in doing so. And we don't want to be making a name for ourselves as miscreants, let's say.
I mean, it would be great if we could just maybe be a little more stealthy this time. Maybe, you know, less out and out combat would be great. If we could just somehow get in, get everything we need, get out.
Kill everyone, get out. Yes, exactly.
I mean, if we could avoid what happened at Milton's, I'd love that.
Was that not part of the job?
Was it part of the job? I'm checking my notes, actually.
Cedar returns with some ale and firebrand whiskey for everyone, and a large glass of water for Asher.
She can't do two things at once. He's busy reading.
We are considering
That's okay.
whether or not we need to kill everyone in the place we will be visiting.
Actually told to kill anyone. I feel like we were trying to figure out who's running this new drug on the scene.
Oh no, we were specifically told to kill all the drug dealers. I remember. I made a note of it in my brain. Kill all the drug dealers. Find any info on the drug. Destroy the drug. And if possible, burn the warehouse to the ground without alerting the guards.
Yeah.
That does seem like something that would alert guards.
But perhaps not that we are there. But we can see.
Yes, if we could.
Yes, I just thought we were supposed to destroy the den of drugs and figure out who was running it. But the actual killing requirement, I guess I missed.
Mental block on that one, eh?
Yeah,
The thing
I
is,
guess so.
I understand. I would usually not be in favor of something like that. The issue is that what do we do to leave them unconscious for the guards? Well, artists seem to believe that this new drug network had contact with the guards and they had been corrupted. So it seemed death would be the only real option to eliminate it. But I don't disagree. I don't like it either. Just don't know what that other option is.
Is this something you have a lot of experience with? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Milton's was kind of my first time doing anything like that. I don't, it's kind of a lot. Is this normal for you guys? Do you like
The cycle
Go
of
around.
life and death seems natural.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were trained growing up to experience combat, and at some point, blood is going to be spilled. Generally, people weren't dying during these times, but occasionally, if there's a tournament or something, then things go too far. It happens. I suppose, like Obsidian said, it's natural, and in this case, kind of our job, I suppose. Swords for hire.
Atticus and I have been training all our lives to make sure we can protect those who need protection.
Hmm.
In this case, it sounds like there's a bunch of people falling into addiction because of the silk route. It's not that I like it, but I definitely have the training and the ability to do something about it. So I would feel strange to not do it.
It might not come naturally, but you certainly seem to be pretty proficient. Hey, Asher.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting any of that to go how it did. You guys just all took it in such stride, acting like it was normal, or like you were old hats at it. Definitely a new thing for me. It hasn't been great sleep since, But
Don't worry. We're here for you.
maybe I'm the odd man out on this, so just
You're not the
like
odd.
if we can avoid a lot of blood, that'd be great. We don't know who these people are. They might just be going to work,
To their job as drug peddlers, yes.
I mean, work's work.
When work implies creating misery for others, ruining people's lives, ruining families without a second thought but profit.
Aren't
I mean,
we
I can
just...
tell you one thing that ruins families really a lot more sometimes than the occasional drugs, and that is a sudden loss of, a parent in the home.
Aren't we going to work as well on this specific occasion?
Yeah, I'm just maybe I was just suggesting maybe if there was a way to destroy the drug den, get the information that Ardeth wants without what happened at Milton's would I think be the more ideal, And she's like clearly becoming very uncomfortable that she spoke up at all. Just just a suggestion.
We were openly attacked. It's really on them and their choices.
Real talk, didn't we attack first at Milton's?
I believe so.
Yeah, Atticus did.
Yeah.
I was just grabbing him.
Yeah, I was just checking because
It was
like
a
over the
grapple.
table. I was checking. Okay.
In fact, it was several failed attempts to grab. That was the problem. The goal was to grab him immediately and then be able to be in control of the situation because I had hold of the leader.
Sure.
It did not go down that way, though.
Well, Obsidian wasn't at the front of that interaction. So.
Yeah, well, I just thought I'd bring it up, and I'm just gonna start focusing more on my ale and drinking that.
You mean your delicious water?
Well, we can certainly...
Oh yeah, City did not bring you alcohol, she just
you were
brought you water.
engrossed by your notes. I even said, look at her. She can't hear what you're saying because she's reading, and you didn't acknowledge it. I clearly didn't pick it up.
I was reading. I was frantically note searching.
Ale for everyone except
Well, I'm gonna
for you.
become very, very engrossed in my water then. Like I'm so thirsty.
Well, we'll scout it out, see what we think. Obsidian, you look like a man who could, well, a man is maybe a strong word. You look like someone who could, prevent escapees, if necessary.
Escapees. I mean, I feel better when my opponent is armed. And
I mean, I imagine they will be armed, but if some of them try to leave through the door, you look like someone who could stop them leaving,
sure. Although, I'd rather be going through the door.
Well, I'm just thinking even if we are through the doors, all of us, if someone tries to then slip out and alert the guards, that would be bad. You know? You know.
Sita has a very lost look. Like she's sort of been kind of swirling her ale. Actually, it's not wrong to question. We actually have just been told that these people are drug peddlers. We have information only from one side, and that can very easily make us biased. I think definitely gather information first, but at some point we all have to make choices, and those choices we have to live with. For me, I have taken to following an inner voice that brings me calm. When I can't see what the right path is, I try to listen and find peace with it, my choices. But I agree that we should...
Oh, go on. Go on, say.
No.
Asher, you feel the slightest moment of a small voice attempting to be heard before possibly quickly being, not you.
But I am also uncomfortable with just having information from the Night Eyes. We make ourselves too easy to be manipulated. Can't just trust them blindly.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing here is that if there's some new organization on the scene causing some real problems in the city, obviously we've been hired to look into that, and we can. I just the whole the MO. I was just asking if this was your usual style, because you all just seemed so very, very chill with what went down in Milton's, like it was just such a normal day for y'all, and it was very much not a normal day for me. It's all good though. I just thought I'd ask. We're totally cool. Everything is cool.
Can I ask how you feel about the Ankek, the monster we destroyed, or the crocodile in the sewers?
I mean, listen, I don't know a whole lot about sentience of different creatures, but you gotta assume at some point there's animal brain, and then people brain, and I eat bacon, so yeah, it's probably not a perfect system if I think through it enough, but I try not to think too hard about these things. And you can tell she's trying to slowly squirm her way back out of the conversation. Just
one thing I feel like I should make sure we all recall is that what with how it went down at Milton's is magic is illegal in the city for the general populace. So we need to bear that in mind, whatever our actions may be, and be careful. lest
I
we
forget
once
that
again
sometimes.
either find ourselves in jail or getting fined or whatever. But
Jim, do I
the
notice this cop sidling up at the table next to us?
oi copper.
Cannot hear
You are muted.
I mean, it's fairly empty. They're carrying a flagon of ale and a plate of food, and sit down and seem to just unfold the paper and be scarfing down their food.
As Atticus starts trying to mention jail and legality of things, I'm just gonna kick him under the table.
Ooh, footsie is it?
Not trying to make matters worse. She's gonna lean forward and just like touch his hand and be like, behind us. I must just chill on the X-nay on the LJ.
He's like holding hands with her.
Just
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes, of course. It's a terrible time of year. Yes.
so yeah, anyways, figure we could take after dinner night we should just take a stroll out, see the rest of the city.
A moonlight stroll next to the riverbank. Very romantic.
Yeah, I was thinking all of us though would go.
The more the merrier. You're right.
Yeah, all right. Well, that'll work. Just trying to be conscious of the cop behind us and trying not to say anything incriminating from here on out, or specifically mention where we're going. You guys about ready to head out? You want take a little stroll?
Sounds good to
After
me.
our nice meal, yeah.
Well,
We
I
should
will
change
stand up
somewhere.
and a nice little smile and nod at the cop, and then
Oh, Cop's facing away. Cop is just
Oh,
reading
okay.
and eating. Cop is not nearly as interested in you as you
Yeah.
are in Cop. It would seem.
At some point, I think Celia would change into her dark clothes and headscarf.
Yeah.
Right. Incognito.
I love the idea. It's still bright. You're very conscious of this guard nearby. You get into your ninja clothes, and one of you, the huge dragonfly, is like, incognito. Shall we go for a stroll? It's like,
We're not changing in full view, people.
no.
That's why I just went to the bathroom.
So, are we making our way across Toon in the direction of this warehouse? Is that indeed the plan?
Time for our stealthy evening time mission.
Yeah, it is becoming evening. It is still, you still call it daylight, but it's definitely graying slightly. You see the occasional, I'd say like a quarter of the city's lights are on as it's starting to roll in. You have fairly specific directions across town, but you do need to cross the bridge. The weather is fair. And yeah, you cross the... Let me just stop that.
So where are we now?
You are... Well, you've been at a Copper Coronet, so you started here.
River District.
Yes. And you are heading across the city. Where are we? Where is my soundscape? There we go. Should, at the moment, have sound. There we go. Might take a moment for you. I bet it takes a few moments longer for Gija. But yeah, crossing the bridge, you know that you need to go a little way into the city docks. So about a 25-minute walk if you're not waylaid. Who is leading you through the city? Who is on point?
I'd say, is it a survival or perception?
It would be a survival check for passing through.
I mean,
Just trying to find your
city
way.
is perma alert, perma looking at things, and perma like, yeah. So definitely, city would be volunteering to lead the way. So yeah.
Okay. Give me a survival check, please.
Atticus definitely not paying attention and relying on Sire for such things.
Can I just say, I've never rolled as badly as with City Gladstone. Like, it is incredible. Fair enough? 10.
Roll me a D20, please.
Dun, dun. She falls from the bridge opens and she falls in.
No, you
Into
passed the
water.
bridge. Okay, let me just check something. Okay. You take a couple of wrong turns, but realize you don't just keep plowing on into more and more. You know, you get lost sort of 2 times, but each time within 5 minutes you realize exactly what your error was. First time you double back, second time you're actually able to go, ooh, but I bet you in my case if I go right here, yeah, and you join back up with where you meant to be. So you take about 10-15 minutes longer than you expected, but you get back on track. And
Question.
oh,
Does
a
anyone
question,
else
yes.
notice? Does anyone
What,
from the
the-
party notice?
Do you
that we're doubling
confess
back?
it, or do you manage to keep your? Do you just bravado it? I mean, everybody can make me a perception check. We'll say you got 4 off it. So let's say it's a DC. Let's say it's a DC 14.
Oh no.
Obsidian immediately clocks the point where the directions are attempting to be discreetly unwound. Why is Atticus disadvantaged? Remind me.
Just because he's definitely not paying attention.
Oh, okay, cool, fair enough. Remember, Asher, as well, you also have a level of exhaustion when it comes to rolling things, just reminding you.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah, sucks to your asthma.
Oh, I don't know why I rolled it
Yeah.
with disadvantage that time, but whatever.
You noticed even less. Yeah, there's just a moment, Obsidian, where you catch Ciri's eye as she's attempting to explain away why this route needs to be changed, but you know full well your keen nose picks up the smell of bullshit on the air. But carrying on, you find... Now, I'm going to load a map up. You have a good distance on this map. You have a... You see a medium-sized warehouse about 100 foot away. And from a distance far before you become conspicuous, you are clearly able to see what are obvious guards outside. Not city guards, but people keeping some sort of watch. I'm going to place you onto a map. However, you are about 50 foot further away. So you're able to take a stealthy approach. I'm not flinging you into an encounter already.
And DM, the soundscape is it accurate? Like how many civilians are there around?
You're not on the right scene. You're not even on the scene yet, rather. So.
Okay. No, there was soundscape of people.
There's a soundscape there's a soundscape on the city map.
Yeah.
Now, you should be loading.
I would sure
onto a
fucking hope we're far away.
onto a slightly quieter map. Yeah, you haven't walked straight up to them. Hello, what's all this? There you go. Plus 50 foot away. So yeah, you see a long warehouse, a couple of figures outside. What do you wish to do?
Hide.
Yeah, we can assume that from this 50-foot distance away, unless any of you are standing up in the street with your arms folded, peering at them going, they are unlikely to notice you. There's still enough people going about their business. It's only the fact that you are specifically looking for this building that you're perhaps able to identify these figures not as being... They're kind of moving cargo, but when you're watching them, it's very clearly an empty sort of task. It's a front for them looking around and loitering. And you can see from a distance idle conversation being made between the two of them.
Well, what do we think? Let's all look like we're having a very important conversation, just in case they look this way.
Wouldn't we rather have a more casual conversation then?
Ah,
Like that.
yes, of course. I'm feeling very casual.
Either way. I mean, this is simple entrance. Yes, you said we should probably look around the whole thing. See what other ways in are there.
How tall is the building, and are there any, like, are there multiple large windows in it, or is it like just tiny little... Okay.
There are a couple of small windows, almost like arrow slits. The building is clearly only a single floor, but it is a slightly taller than usual floor. I'd describe this as being about a 20-foot tall building, but you don't see an obvious upstairs. You'd be if you'd ever been in a warehouse, you'd be familiar that from the inside there's probably tall shelving or storage platforms.
All right.
Sounds pretty typical.
And the windows that you said as arrow slits, are they like street high? Are they like higher up? Do you know what I mean? Like, would they be like...
They are higher up.
Yeah.
Wide enough for a man?
No, certainly not.
Okay.
Unless that man had some manner of gaseous form.
Some men do. Very well. Should we watch to see if there are any patterns in their movements? I certainly think that I would like to do a roundabout and check for, you know, what it's like on the sides and at the rear, if there's a back door. Most warehouses might have one other entrance at most, I would have thought, but worth checking.
I wonder if we're too many, the four of us.
Just
Maybe we
adjusting
split.
for the slightly lowering light. There we go.
Or
The
maybe
four of us
just
are too
one
many
of
for
us
what, sorry?
scouts around.
Perhaps a customer? Or someone pretending to
always
be a
have-
customer.
Someone go up and engage them while someone else tries to do a circle of the building.
Well, any volunteers then?
Can certainly walk around.
Yes, same. I'm comfortable on my own as well. Not to go in, but to settle around.
I can go talk to them.
I guess you and I make a natural team, Asher.
As you're talking, you see a figure come from out of your sight, out of a different street, approach the warehouse with a small bag over his shoulder. The two on the door nod, a greeting, open the door, and the figure heads in.
I mean, no offense, Atticus, but and she's gonna gesture to your armor and everything. I think you're maybe a little too imposing to try and approach them and put them at ease. And
I mean, I am wearing the dark cloak, but it's true, I am quite imposing. How
maybe
about I'll stay
I go up
nearby
and
in case you need
yeah,
assistance.
yeah.
I'll be here for you. Don't you worry.
All right, so Obsidian, you gonna go around today? Are you guys going together, or maybe just both split off and try and do a circle around?
I think so.
All right.
Fully split the party.
I'm gonna go see if I can make a friend.
Maybe stay in range in case you need to assist each other. You know it's always good to have someone fighting at your back, Siri.
We can do that.
All right, I am gonna start just strolling up if they look like they're about to start doing their thing.
Yeah, I'd say once you get within about 20 foot and it's obvious you're heading towards them, they'll glance at each other. This one with Red Master sort of reaches back and gives 1 foot on the door before stepping forward a bit to sort of meet you 15 foot or so away from the door. You see his colleague near the door loosely holds a short bow.
Hey, friend. And I'm just gonna try and be my most charming self. Hey, I was told this was where I could find some more of what I need.
What do you need?
And we'll look around and then look at him like, what, you're gonna make me say it out loud? I am looking for a particular material good for purchase. This was told to me as the place where it is currently being stored.
Oh, you've been told the wrong thing. This is just mercantile supplies.
All right. Is there what do you need from me? A secret handshake? Is that what you got going on? No one told it to me, if that's the case.
Whatever you're looking for, you need to fuck off elsewhere and find it.
All right. Is there a bribe then, my friend?
I'm not your friend. And I don't know what you're talking about. Last thing I need is fucking junkies. One, fuck off.
Hey, I am not a junkie. I am a supplier. I am an important merchant. Thank you.
Hmm?
And this is where I was told to go. Now, I need you to think about how many people know about the location of this. And if I was told this is where to go, do you think I was sent here by accident?
Can't help you.
Is there someone you want to grab to see if they can?
They wouldn't be able to help you either.
I'm sure.
You're in the wrong place.
I am not. I was sent right here. Now, surely there's something I can do. Say, we can work out to where you can allow me to finish my business.
You can finish your business anywhere but here.
Well, this is where I was told to go.
By who?
I didn't ask their name.
Then
it was
you're an
one
idiot.
of those. I didn't give my name. Do you want to give me your name?
No, I don't know who you fucking are.
Right, and I would love for it to stay that way with everyone that I deal with. Oh, are you getting someone else's? Good. And I'll just look like I'm waiting.
All you see is the guy stood behind him, just slowly put a bolt in and load it looking at you.
All right, again, I just need you to think about like how I couldn't have been sent here by accident. So can you please stop with this? I appreciate you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. But I also need to be doing a job here.
Where were you told about this place?
I don't know, some seedy place in the city. I'm new here, man. I don't know the names of everywhere.
Oh,
I got here,
shame.
I arrived, I talked to someone, and was sent to a place. It's a whole chain of command. I don't know. Somewhere over across the bridge.
Was it a tavern?
There's a big bridge here, right? No, it was a tavern.
A tavern? What tavern was it?
I don't know. A place where they sell ale.
Where are you staying in the sea?
Why on earth would I tell you that when I'm not even giving you my name? Here, and you don't know my name, but here's where you can find me. This is the most boring conversation I've ever had. Can we continue with this?
At any point to end it. I invite you to end it. Because if you don't,
and then what do I do? I have a business to run. Are you? What? All right. So what do I come back with? What will convince you that I was sent here on purpose?
Nothing, because no one comes here on purpose.
You have no parcel. What are you doing here?
Hanging about.
All right. I'm hanging about too. Do you happen to have a parcel just waiting about for someone who is also hanging about, was supposed to come by and hang about? Do you want to maybe go check?
Nope. Doesn't sound like anything to do with me.
Well, then I guess I'll just hang out. How long has it been, Jim? I guess I'll just hang about here with you.
We can say while this is happening, this fruitless, never-ending exchange, what is everybody else doing?
She's just trying to pick herself up from the floor. After
from the floor? What?
Just the intensity of that. I'd say Side is running the perimeter, like just headscarf up, just trying to see how many more guards.
For stealth today.
This is just the hoodie that I had on. It's just yeah, sort of seeing what's around. Can't really see much on the map.
Well, yeah, Sire's knock off. If you're going around that building, you would see, which obviously you couldn't do because of the edge of a map, but I can pop you around. You would see there is another door on the north side of the building that has another 2 guards.
Okay. Are these halflings humans?
They have all been human so far.
Okay. And they looked armed.
Oh yeah. Openly armed.
2 more here and a door.
We'll say you obviously still have a 50-foot distance as well.
Yeah. No movement in and out.
Not that you, although you do see from a distance, you can see the exchange from the side between Asher and this individual.
If only I had some magic. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the other side, I guess.
Yeah, from the other side, from the other side, you just see like a long stretch of building. There appears to be no doors. Looks like there's doors to the north and to the east, and you do not know about the south.
Question around the surrounding houses. Are we like in a proper like docks warehouse situation where there's no activity from the neighbors? Like apart from this warehouse, is there someone who could report noise or things like that?
There are small, what look to be very small residential or maybe very small offices. A couple of them you do see have a slight bit of chimney smoke coming out, but most of them do not. This is a quieter part of town. This is the medieval equivalent of a bit of like industrial estate, brown belt.
Okay. This sort of places sometimes have access to like the underground. Sometimes when there's an underground, there's no trap doors, as in like loading doors to go inside, and also no sewers around. If I'm
So it had been mentioned to you, or it was by an excited Contessa in I think it was episode 1, that not much of Athkatla actually has a sewer system.
Okay.
It's fairly restricted. You would also, I'd say, from the fantasy of seeing this place, this is not an industrial district which is advanced enough to have underground loading bays. These are just big, yeah.
Okay. So I guess that's as far as it makes it.
Yeah, you do. After a few minutes of investigation, you do hear from round the corner a single low note whistle, and you see the 2 guards sort of look and talk to each other, and both draw crossbows, and one of them sort of sneaks. You see him sort of sneak to the edge of the building and look around and just watch.
I will watch with full attention and try to get a better vantage of whatever that was.
Yeah, you just see he's not lining up a shot. He just seems to be watching around a corner at something that you'd know is in the direction of your companions. Atticus or Obsidian, what are you both doing during these
The way we
dual
established
exchange?
the way we established things, it would seem that I am either mirroring Gigi's movements, or not Gigi's, Sira's movements, or I guess we stay and hang in the back like we were before.
Decide which it is.
What was the idea? Did we establish that we want to have like a two pairs of eyes just
I think you were
rounding the
going to
building,
go.
or would
I go
it just
north,
make
you go
more sense
south.
for? Okay, yeah, sure. So I'm mirroring them. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Feel free to move south then.
Oh no, I cannot avoid this building, and now.
Yeah. And you see
Now.
the south of the building is just flat, no entrance, but looking down the side of the building, you see Syria in the distance,
Okay.
sort of hanging around, watching.
Sure thing.
Atticus,
Mm-hmm.
Asher, make me perception checks, please. Remember your exhaustion.
For once in his life, Atticus pays
He
attention.
perceives.
Oh,
Bloody hell, Asher, with exhaustion. Atticus and Asher, you both notice, yes, the very obvious loosely threatening display from the guy near the door with his crossbow, but you both also notice off to your right another guy sort of appear with his head around the corner watching.
Like this guy up here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna sit here like we left off. Like I was gonna wait. I'm hanging about with him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at him, and then after a few seconds, I'm gonna be like, "What do you do for fun?"
He's going to make an attempt to just shove you and push you away from the building. Hasn't
I
drawn a
attempt to
weapon. He just tries to give you
dodge
a
that?
shove. I think it would just be an attack, wouldn't it? And if you doesn't hit your AC even, then he misses. So I'm going to
Okay.
make a...
that or athletics versus.
Yeah, actually, it's a good point. Let's do opposed athletics. So yeah, he's going to step 2 and just try to fuck off. A 13 he
Hey.
rolls. So yeah, he just flat palm in the chest, shoves you 5 foot backwards.
Hey, man, not cool.
Go on, fuck off.
I'm just gonna have to come back here. They told me the shipments were in the evening. That is what I'm here for. Fucking wasting my time. And I'm gonna turn and walk. I'm gonna be back.
As you're, do you know what? It wouldn't be a check. You're close enough as you're walking away that you hear him just sort of not shout, but sort of call with a bit of that sort of laxness, but comes from frustration in these sort of situations. Just send a message to the city guard, to his companion on the door, and the other guy goes in, leaving your guy with his back to the door, just watching you.
All right, I'll come back to Atticus and tuck around the corner.
How did it go?
Just be
You seem very animated.
Great.
Disguise kit, straight back.
Not great. He was a bit of a dick and a stickler and didn't believe a word I was saying. Also, heard him say he was going to alert the city guard, so they're definitely in on it.
That is frustrating. It's going to be very difficult to pull this off without their involvement. And then we cut to Sire.
Thanks for that.
So, Siri, thank you for directing the flow of the RP.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you just see one of these guards now waiting on the corner with his crossbow. And then after a few moments, he steps around and is gone from your sight.
Oh, what G. Jones should do and what Celia should do is so different. Okay. Where's this guard looking? This other guard?
He's just leant back against the door, looking around. You are far away enough that unless you start to really act weird, you're not like staring at each other. But if you just start approaching within like 20 foot of the building, he'd probably notice you like the other guy did. It's separate enough, but for now, you're able to justifiably just be someone else about their business.
Oh God, no one minds if I do something, right? No, this is all good. Okay, so this is what I'd like to do. I love how like Death is just cracking up, probably with some PTSD flashbacks. This is what I'd like to do.
Just feel free to do something on this RPG session, you know. I don't know.
Well, no, yeah, but then everything goes bad and it's my fault. So I'd like to in Celestial. I think I'm gonna need theater assistance, and I summon Curatoro, aka summon Mage Hand, but it is some sort of spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna ask it to. I know it's not invisible, but sort of like do like a little bit roundabout, so it comes. Kind of like behind the sky as I'm approaching the sky.
Can you make it come into existence in a location, or do you have to make it at you and send it over?
No, I can summon it within 30 feet.
Cool.
So, and to be honest, I don't need to summon it where I am at the moment because I'm approaching the guard. As I'm approaching the guard, I'm gonna summon it behind the guard. The guard is gonna see they come towards. I don't know if they are gonna attempt to crossbolt her in the face, but she's sort of approaching, and the idea is to basically, once it gets close enough, use the Mage Hand to maybe like tap on the shoulder or sort of like flick on the ear to distract and grant City advantage on a non-lethal bonk on the head. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's an attack. It's going to be an attack.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
With like, yeah.
Yeah, I would say this is basically the Mage Hand granting the help action, which I don't think I'm not sure they can do, but I think given the RP setup of it, I will allow it as a rule of cool moment. That as you're approaching, and there's that sort of like he goes to step forward and put his hand out, coming to like challenge you, and there's just a
little Zelda, hey.
Yeah, and as he turns, you close and make an advantageous attack.
And this is where it all goes really poorly.
Yeah.
So T. It's not going to be booming because reasons. Oh wait, I'm gonna it hits, but let me see if I can fish for a crit. Nope, close enough.
No. Yeah, is it flat side of the blade? Is it pommel?
It is. It's definitely knock out rather than pierce.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it would be side of the. So that is 13.
So it's just an almighty thwack, and obviously it's gone to put him dead, but he is unconscious.
I'd like to try to drag him away. I don't know how much time I've got.
Yeah, make me a stealth check.
Yeah. Stealth.
Keep in mind, it's like 50-foot open space around this building, so it will take you a good few seconds to drag him away.
I like to think Curatoro is kind of like holding like
a bootlace.
A bootlace basically.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just drag him and try to like stash him somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. You do it. So now that Asher is back, so you've knocked back Gaia, so Asher kind of got pulled away by a IRL disturbance there. What was Asher and Atticus saying? She was saying about how unsuccessful she was.
Yeah, unsuccessful. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know who hired all these guys, but they are the most stalwart and steadfast guards that I have ever come across. So, dude is dedicated to whatever he is doing, which is mostly telling me to fuck off. Hopefully, Sarah and Obsidian at least were able to make some sense of the building.
Well, as we patiently wait for them to return and plan our next move, then I suppose we can consider what we'll do. I guess perhaps a more direct approach might be warranted if they're not open to persuasion.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen, Jim, have we seen anyone attempt to leave, like to go alert the city guards?
You just saw, well, not from your side of the building, you saw a guy arrive and go in before you went and started engaging, but no one has left the building since.
I mean, I'm a little worried. We haven't seen anyone go to send a message to the guard, so I can only assume they've got some sending stones in there, which makes me a little worried that if we do a direct approach, the alarm will be sounded and we won't even know.
Perhaps it means that we would need to strike quickly and be in and out of there as quickly as possible.
Well, if they send a message, then the clock's already ticking.
Perhaps we should be acting right now.
Can we head back? Like, I don't know how long this is taking, but
well,
I was going
to ask. I was going to cut to Obsidian first, who's kind of been out for a while there, and ask her once he's gone around and established. So from where you were seeing Asher, Obsidian, you just saw her walk out of view, and then 10 seconds later, she's dragging a body past.
That would be Siri, I believe you said Asher.
Or did I? Yeah, Siri.
Right, yeah, I think that would definitely make
too far away for you to hear what, but I imagine must have had a.
Yeah, I mean, if possible, I think Obsidian would like to not make like a direct line by the side of the building. But
I know what you mean. But that's fine.
Go around the next one and sort of move towards where she would end up, hopefully, and try to find her and learn what the fuck's going on.
Hopefully, she's piling sacks or sort of empty sacks on top of the hiding the. What do you think? Can you see? He's okay. He's breathing, but he's gonna be out for a bit.
Is it a part of the reconnaissance?
I saw an opportunity. I haven't. It's probably going to be very sore, but he will be fine. Actually, I would like to pat him down.
Maybe an investigation check.
So, should I tell the others that the plan has changed? Do you intend to proceed now with something, or?
You are asking me so many questions, like I have any sort of leadership skills here. I don't know.
I merely wish to know what the next step you think is.
It was a strategy decision. 15.
As you pat him down, he has he's wearing obviously very basic leathers. He's got a short bow, a short sword. He's got 2 silver, a cigarette, and a nice amethyst, like a silver chain with a very small amethyst on.
I'm gonna break the cigarette and take the. Nope. Just gonna break the cigarette.
So you're just. Are you even taking it? He's going into his pocket to snap it and leaving it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not taking the money. Yep.
Okay.
And then kind of covers him back again. There's another door over here. We should. That's my reconnaissance. I did what I said I would do.
Yes. And what is the next step?
Well, then now we go back. Did you see anything interesting? I heard a whistle.
No.
Why am I the only one out here? Where did Derek's go? Get the fuck back out here!
Can we hear that?
Yeah. I mean, Siri and Obsidian can definitely hear that.
Yeah.
I can't tell where they are on the map because of vision.
Good.
So
Listen.
yeah.
Either way, we should move quickly. Do you want me to go around to them, or do we just enter from this side now?
Siri's gonna turn to a little bulb of like luminescence that is floating around her that you've never seen before.
It's fine.
And sort of look for direction. I don't know. All I wanted to do was just, maybe get rid of one problem. I saw a chance and I took it.
GM, upon hearing someone shouting, I'm going to look at Atticus and be like, all right, I saw a guard at the north. We got to make sure they don't run off. So I think you and me got to split up. Do you want to get that one up there and I'll try and get this asshole that I was dealing with?
Is that a guard?
Yep.
Is what a guard? What does that mean?
Oh, God. Okay. All right, Atticus. Ready? Go.
Wait, what are we doing? I can't see anyone.
She was telling you to go north to the north part where she had seen a guard peeking around the side where I'm pinging, and she would have pointed.
And do you want to solo take on the guy
I'm gonna.
front?
Hey, I mean, it's that, or we both take this guy on, and that guy goes running, and we have a situation again. So, let's try and survive.
I don't think I should leave you alone.
Well, then what do we do about that guy up there? We gotta go, and she's gonna start moving. Like shit. Because in her mind, some message has already been sent to summon guards.
And as you're approaching, the doors open and a city guard steps out and starts getting into a conversation with the thug on the door.
It's almost like the DM could hear us planning.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I've done a nice little path with this guy while you've been talking.
What do you do? Do you swerve off to one side on seeing that, or?
I don't know. I was heading. It depends on if they see me or not, because I was heading like straight for these doors.
Yeah. So the guy in the door just sees you and is like, goes to step forward, and the door opens behind him, and the city guard coming out, and the thug just goes towards you, and they both step forward. Can Atticus and Asher roll initiative for me?
Look at you guys. You're so cuddled up together. It's so sweet.
Oh, should Ash wait? Is initiative?
Well, you're not in combat yet because nothing's happened, but Asher, you're up. You see these guards, the city guard and the thug both step towards you.
Well, I think his question is it disadvantage?
Yeah.
Is what disadvantage, sorry?
Initiative is a dex check.
And I think it is.
Ooh, is it? Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
It
roll
seems to be an ability check as well.
Roll it
Sorry,
again.
Luca.
Is it rolling? I told it to roll again.
Is an awkward one to re-roll.
Maybe just roll a d20 and then he can just.
Or maybe just accept a high initiative.
Well, it's just high.
Yeah, do you want me to roll a
like
d20 because it's not letting me
Do you know
re-roll
what?
initiative?
It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be so rare that it starts whilst in that situation and you're still fucked in every other sense. We'll find a better way around it. But yeah, Asher, a thug and a city guard step forward. Clearly, I would give you it's clear that they are not intending just to talk.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah. I'll just be like, upon him walking out, I'll just look at him and be like, hey, guy, I brought a guy again. Like, I'm going to start back up the conversation, and then I'm just going to try and nuke him.
Which one?
The one I have targeted.
Okay, cool.
That guy.
He erupts in a brief blast of flame with a scream that absolutely alerts Siri and Obsidian. If you both want to roll initiative. And who knows who else has heard these noises?
I am absolutely like, I will have walked up a little bit and just like done that and then seen that and just been like, fuck. And then just turn to the next guy and be like, now wait a second.
Okay.
But that's my turn.
Siri, you hear just a couple of seconds of horrified screaming abruptly cut off.
Sounds like stealth time is over. And she's gonna rush to this guy. 25 feet. And the mage hand kind of dissolves back into the weapon that City is holding. And it gives it a little bit of a glow. No! Misses. No! But it misses. And that's it.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, that guy sort of, he turns to hear what's happening, and as he turns, that's what makes your blow just miss him by an inch.
Question: I've seen this door be opened. Is it open inwards or outwards?
Inwards.
Inwards. City will be aware of that.
Outwards.
Can I put my foot there?
Of course, sure.
I know I'm not bracing it because that would be my action, but just just to know if it's gonna be opened or I don't know. Just, at least for flavor, she would try to do something about that.
Of course, yeah. So yeah, as you come in and swing at this guy and miss. He sort of looks, tries to just sort of push back against you and shout, attack! Attack! And you hear multiple voices crying out from inside.
That's so many dice. I rolled so high,
F8?
and I still don't get a turn.
F8? Reload? No? No? Okay.
No, gotta live with those decisions. Can't change the past.
Guy bursts out through the doors. Oh, where's that combat music, by the way? Is it playing for anybody else? It's not for me. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I hear something.
Sorry, stream. We get fuck all. Yeah, this guy's gonna come out and just seeing the charred corpse of his friend on the floor. He is gonna step over his buddy as he rushes in with his short sword and
declare
swings.
reaction.
Ooh, what are you gonna do?
I can make an attack when he comes in range.
Nice.
So
absolutely. Go for it.
Draw greatsword and swing with one go. Oh. Damn it.
How unfortunate. It comes in, hits the floor heavy, and he comes in with his blade with an 18. Getting you in the hip with this almost like trip forward. Ooh, does that not even go through your heavily armored armaments?
I don't see the roll. Is it set?
Oh, it shouldn't be. It's 2 piercing damage, which looks like it was 0. 2, 0.
I take 0 damage. Thank
Nice,
you.
yeah. He comes in, but it just the armor just tanks the hit, and he looks up in frustration, and is going to sidle around a bit. That is him, Atticus. Now it is you yourself.
I'm gonna first and foremost take towards the guard because I think he needs taking care of post haste, and I will take a swing at him.
Yeah.
Click the button. Where's my prompt? No? Oh, I briefly lost connection apparently. Let me try again. Yeah, now it's working. God damn it.
A 7. You miss.
And then I'll try to follow it up by striking him with the pommel.
And another miss. This guy is shield. He is seasoned. Takes both blows of weight. Just brings his shield up right time. Takes both. Anything else from you?
I just move in between the two of them.
Yeah.
Perhaps even trying to get towards the door. There.
Okay. Anything else from you?
Nope.
Obsidian. The screams rend the night.
Right. So I think Obsidian will instinctively just reach for his maul, but then like sort of think better of it and go, incognito, and reach for the dual hand axes instead, and then rush towards the enemy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be sure. Consume ammunition. Oh, but I just want to melee attack. May I game, please? No.
That's what you get for having that property.
Yeah. Do I need to remove throne so that it allows me to just hit with it?
Or ammunition or whatever.
Oh no.
Typically what I would normally do is have one that was like
Yeah,
axe
I
melee,
understand.
axe throw.
That's a good idea for the future. Non-close hand axe. Okay, good. Works.
A 14 hits. Good God. Tell me how you utterly overkill him.
I mean, it's just a guy at the door. Obsidian is just... It's just a swift move. He just almost like doesn't look at him, just mostly towards Siref or what we're doing next, like already thinking about the next move instead. So it's just an afterthought, essentially. Just throws his arm towards the enemy and assumes that he's dead.
Okay. Anything else from you?
Well, since there are no other targets within 5 feet, I suppose that's it.
Okay.
I could technically... It's fine. Fine, I'm not raging yet.
The guard drops his lantern to the floor and reaches up around his neck. A single loud piercing blow of the whistle before he makes a swing, taking his longsword straight from the scabbard and a lunge. Missing. That's all he can do.
How is it missing?
Because presumably your AC is higher than 16?
No.
Oh. Mrs. Atticus. That's weird.
I've never seen that before.
Okay, yeah, so it hits. Very odd. 2 damage. Well, sorry, 3. That's weird. That's not shown up right either. So 3 slashing damage. I don't know how that figures into your partial.
That figures into 0.
Nice.
I mean, to be fair, normally if it comes up saying it's a miss, it wouldn't auto do the damage.
Yeah.
But regardless, I take it and deflect.
Yeah. Okay. Something happens inside. Something happens inside. Asher! You're muted, member.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Okay, now wait. Just... and I'm gonna try and blast the guard. Cool.
It erupts. He shouts out for a moment, but doesn't erupt in the flames that you've seen several others do. He seems to just throw his shoulder back against the wall a little bit and burst a bit of the flames out before looking at you and just leveling the sword at you.
Maybe we should talk.
What else, Masha?
That's my turn. I'm staying right here for the moment.
Something happens inside. Siri, you're up.
I can hear what's going around on the side of the thing, right? So before we open this door,
you can hear Siri shouting like, "Let's talk, let's talk."
Asher.
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay,
So
so
I'm looking at Siri.
I'm gonna try to crossbolt the thug. Sorry, I'm working on a laptop at the moment. It's slow. Okay, normal roll. Come on.
It hits.
Oh, it hits. Okay. That was almost a 20 for a second.
You take him out. A bolt through the side of the neck. Atticus looks like he's relishing having these 2 foes either side of him, and he's doing a bit of a footwork, and then suddenly...
Should have just gone for the thug. 13 fucking AC, man.
I've got a bit more movement, so around the... She looks back to Obsidian. This way! And then goes around. I like permission to update actor. Well, I guess sucks
I
to
don't
be
know what
me.
that means, but okay. Yeah. Atticus, it is the you.
Atticus tries to redeem himself.
Ooh.
Good. Tell me how you kill the city guard.
Is that sibling energy? Just saying. Sibling energy.
Somewhat infuriated by his darling sibling, from his point of view, stealing his thunder, he, in frustration, growls out and comes swinging in with the greatsword, which lands right in the kind of gap in the armor and chops deep into his neck as he falls to the ground.
Hmm.
He seems invigorated and vindicated by his success.
Nice. What else?
Oh, so Ceres in view now. So is there other entrances? We need to make sure no one gets out. Go.
Okay.
And he's gonna open up the door.
As you do open up the door and see into a warehouse, you just hear several almost simultaneous clicks as a number of bolts from held actions are unleashed in your direction.
Okay.
Sorry, bows, not bolts. First one misses. Oh, would these be... No, these wouldn't be advantage, would they? Because just for held. You're not surprised you're in combat. Let's have a look. This one is advantage.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And the last two are not.
The last two, holy shit, there's so many.
Oh, I didn't click damage on that one. Oh no, did it do the damage? Yeah, you just took a couple damage, didn't you? Misses. And then the last one. Why are you cackling away?
It's Death's fault.
Just the door opens and suddenly you just hear and just a shower of arrows, mostly hitting the armor, and one glancing off the greatsword itself, but one does go into the side of Atticus's leg.
In the interest of honesty, the 16 should also be a hit.
Oh, okay.
I'll manually add the damage if I need.
Oh, max dice, 7 piercing damage. To be adjusted by your thingy.
Take some of that damage.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So the door is open, and you see you're looking into a dim warehouse with a number of figures, all with crossbows, short bows, pointed.
Okay.
What do you do? Yeah.
I haven't moved yet, so let's quickly take stock. Oh my god!
As you step in, one fellow who did not have eyes on you and now does fires his bolt also. Misses. Carry on.
It wasn't a 16 though, right?
No.
Okay.
It was a pitiful 9.
Unpause.
It is unpaused.
Excellent. I guess I'm gonna rely on Sire to come from the north and therefore head this way in.
Huh.
And then I'm gonna try and just straight up smash this guy with the pommel of my greatsword.
Sure.
I will use my inspiration to roll advantageously.
Go for it. And a good job you did. Yeah.
Once
he goes
again,
down.
he's feeling, yes, this is my moment. And if I have a little bit more movement.
Steps on him.
Yeah, I'm just going to start climbing over and start heading to the rafters where all the archers are.
Yep. So you just for layout here, it's a ground floor. You see there are a set of steps up to like a mezzanine floor. The rafters are about 20 foot above you.
Okie doke. And that's
Okay. Obsidian. You hear sounds of violence within.
That's quite all right. Well, we have already spoken about covering all the exits and such, so I'll just head in. Right. So I can see two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. So one of them is just on top of the boxes and the other is on ground level?
Yes,
presumably?
correct.
Okay. Cool. Right. I can't really close it. Yeah, that's fine.
I dislike the detection mode that is set up that just has, unless it's a DM only view. Is someone being revealed just by rippling sound waves to you?
Yeah, it's
one
assumed
of
that we
them.
can hear people unless if you right click them and give them the status of inaudible, then we can't.
I don't.
Right. Well,
Have they
right
vanished for you
away
now? Then have they?
first.
Sure have.
Yep.
Cool. I know for future.
Hand axe to the first one. Normal. Ooh. Well,
A big myth.
a big myth indeed. I think this might be the moment to just use the remaining raid instead of trying for a second swing. So Obsidian will just, I think, like for flavor's sake, it just works better if Obsidian just rushes towards him, like sort of growing a little bit, and the burn goes harder, and then just a little bit too excited, he overextends and like catches on the overhanging rafter.
It's 20 foot up.
Oh, 20? Okay, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think those all the beams would be like that. I don't know. Then sure, just swings wide. The guy has the time to duck and probably does so just out of sheer intimidation. So that saves his life for now.
Okay.
So I will just apply rage, and this is me. Okay.
The guy on the barrels sort of leans to the side a bit and reaches down with it, and he's going to draw 2 arrows at once, which he fires from a very, very close range, with the skill of someone who clearly does this regularly, and he is going to fire 2.
A stick.
Both hit.
It's merely a stick.
Oh, this one's a bit more.
That's all he's going to do. As he shouts, puts 2 in, he's like, "No one crushes the shadow thieves and lives!" As he puts 2 in you. This thug is going to... Oh, he should be 10 foot up. I don't know why he's not. That's unusual. Did he just appear through the floor, this guy to the south of you? I'm wiggling, Atticus. Or could you see him before?
No, he seemed to be in the right place. I did see him.
Okay, that's weird. He is going to come up, moving to block the stairs, and is going to try and shoot at Atticus. Pitifully. That's all he's going to do. This figure is going to swing his short sword at Obsidian. Misses. Obsidian and Atticus, please make me perception check. Atticus, it is faint, but you just hear from rafters above, moving over, of someone sprinting near enough across these rafters. And as you just sort of glance up and catch it, it's enough to negate their advantage, as they tried to shoot at you from the shadows above. It is now just a regular attack. Oh, and it went for obsidian as well by accident. This thug tries to shoot Atticus. Hits. And then he calls out, "Warn them!" Asher, to you hear all sorts of commotion inside.
Did I hear him say warn them?
You wouldn't have known
Yeah.
who. You just heard that shouted from inside.
I'm gonna just run up and like crouch down next to the guard's body and do a thorough pat down of everything on him.
It'll be your action, so make me an investigation check if you're searching the guy.
Yes.
You see, obviously he is wearing chain, all the city guard heraldry, all that shit. He's got a bullseye lantern. He's got a pair of manacles on him. He's got a whistle. He's got a short sword. He's got a pouch with 14 silver pieces in. And he's got a, what did you roll? 15? He's got a what looks like just a basic wedding band, silver. But on the inside, on the underneath, there is a very, very small purple stone you recognize as an amethyst.
I'm gonna take the manacles and just shove them into my bag, and then I'm gonna get ready to like move. But that was my action.
Okay. Are you can move now if you want to move somewhere else?
Ideally, I want to drag him into the building.
That would be
Take
double
another
your-
action, right? Yeah.
I think, well, he's dead, so he isn't fighting yet. So I think you can just do it as movement half speed. You're not trying to do any. You're not trying to like pull him up a ladder with you or anything. It's just drag.
No, I'm
movement.
just trying to shove him in the building. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can move into the building if you want.
All right. Cool. Yes, but I can't move him. So if you could drag him in with me, thank you.
What else from you, Asher?
That is it.
A guy runs, heads through the door. Siri, you're up.
All right, I think I'm gonna take a cue from Asher and move 15 feet, try to grab this guy to drag him inside the warehouse.
Double speed, well, double movement when you have got him.
Yeah, so that would have been 25 feet. Okay, this is a bit clogged up now. Oh, these are rafters, okay.
Yeah, there is a guy above you on the rafters, yeah.
Is there a way I can move, like, so that would have been 15 and then 25 to move 1 feet. I've got 30 feet.
Athkatla, you're coming up.
I don't like this, but I think it's worth it. Action search, dash.
Empowered drag.
Yeah, basically, just to drag him and get position. And then I'm gonna crossbolt this first guy here, who's just above Asher.
I so nearly Baldur's Gate style was like disadvantage because of high. No, that's not a thing by default. That's the game. You hit.
Yeah, I'd also like to. Cool. Can he fall not on
Yeah,
Asher?
he absolutely topple. Yeah, I imagine he would fall backwards.
Is there anywhere else I can close that door? As I come through?
Asher, when it's her turn. Oh, sorry. Is it anyone else? You say? No, you were dragging someone.
Okay. I'm just gonna say to Asher, when you can't close the door.
You dismissed your mage hand already. When
Yeah,
you
I
were saying
did.
so.
I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, Asha can as a free action on her turn. Anything else from you, Siri?
Nope. That is yeah.
Atticus.
Yeah, Atticus doesn't know this has happened, so he's like, Azra, one in the rafters above the door. And then he's going to make his way to. Has one of them disappeared?
Yes.
Oh.
One of them ran. You heard a door slam.
Ah, that does change what I was going to do. Well, I'm going to run up the stairs and try and impale the guy at the top of the stairs.
You miss.
And when that doesn't work, I'm going to switch to half swording and then just punch him in the face with the hand that's holding the hilt. Oh, God.
You dozy fuck.
Guess that's that turn.
Obsidian.
Well, Obsidian has a very simple plan for this turn, since there are 2 people in the vicinity. So with a reckless attack this time around, while already raging, first to the guy who's next to him and has already lived far too long.
Remember, one of them is 10 foot up on the debris as well. You'd need to move up to him a little bit.
Can I? Yeah, sure. But I haven't used any of my movement to get here.
Yeah.
I imagine. Oh, and that's targeting someone. I think that's targeting someone dead already.
That's targeting.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. The guy who's I don't even know. Yeah, he's very dead, and this guy is also dead. Tell me how you make a fine preserve of that fellow.
It's just pure evisceration from the front, like sort of cutting through the ribs, opening up the stomach, and leaving that to fall on the floor as Obsidian is already jumping up onto the crates and getting closer to another gentleman.
Yep. Do you have a second attack when you're raging, or yeah?
Not exactly, but I do have my bonus action that I'm dual wielding currently.
Yes,
so that would be, I believe that's damage without the
proficiency, isn't it?
Yeah. So that will be something less damage. We'll figure it out when we get there. That should be with advantage.
Then make it again.
Yeah, because well, luckily for this guy.
As you're running up towards him, this big stout fellow, he just sees you running up and he kicks out at one of the crates, which tumbles down and makes you manage to not fall, but you completely lose your footing on your charge, and your swing goes very wide.
For a thing, I'll still get in his face on those wobbly little crates and make myself his problem for the future.
Yeah. Well, that future is now. You raided the wrong fucking stash. And he brings his sword out and makes 2 rapid swings. Ooh, second one misses. First one takes you feel this jarring shock as the first one manages to hit exactly on your new cast, and you just feel this sharp vibration of it jolt between your scales in a way you haven't before. You feel that it cushions the blow, but it's still a new and unpleasant sensation.
Fighting it is.
The guy who Atticus had locked in with, he is going to make a short sword attack, which misses, and then as almost part of the same movement, he comes in and then just turns and lunges forward of the shoulder, and he's going to try and bull rush down the stairs. An opposed athletics check. He's being brave. He rolls looks like a 12 or 13 he gets. Oh! You are knocked back 5 foot. I'm not sure how that works if you're being 10 foot upstairs. But yeah, you are knocked back a degree. And he will close to you. You can't attack again, though.
I can use my reaction, right?
Oh, yeah. What was your reaction? Oh, as he steps in.
He
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and attack him.
Oh my god, amazing. Yeah, he boots you back down the stairs. You land on your feet, and he comes marching down towards you, thinking he's all that. And the coolest last move he ever did. But then behind you, as this is happening, this fellow on the platform is going to shoot their bow in your back. But it misses! My God! Asher. Chaos. Bodies raining down around you.
I am going to close the door behind me, and if there's any sort of lock or bar to engage, I'm going to slam that.
There is a rather heavy bar, but you can see it's one of those things where it goes up on an angle, so it isn't a big deal. You can just...
Yeah, I'm going to slam that down, and then just kind of turn and cast about for what the hell's going on. I see that Obsidian's dealing with something, and everything else, so I'm going to just look at this guy right here. What's he doing?
He's up on a mezzanine. He's clearly just tried to shoot Atticus in the back, but it went pinging off just between where the plate between his shoulders.
All right, then I will see that happening and try and stop him from being able to do that anymore. I'm just gonna yell like, "Hey, stop!"
Topples forward. So much blood on your hands.
She's gonna gag a little bit, and then just try and step in. Oh, my mouse was on my wraps, and I was like, "Why can't I?" She's gonna
now just seems to be the big guy on the crate who's 2 axes with his sword. He's got his sword. Obsidian has his 2 axes, and
I'm gonna look at Sarah. She seems fine. I'm gonna call over Atticus. Are you okay?
I'm amazing.
Are there more?
I'm
but
sure
that's
there was
it.
at least one more up here.
That's it for my turn, though. I'm not doing anything else.
Okay, perfectly timed from Siri. Siri, you're up.
You say that, but I have no idea what's going on.
There's only one guy left alive. He's on the boxes
that we
fighting
can
with
see.
Obsidian.
Yeah, okay, that's a perfect crossbow range. Actually, no, you know what? I like to come up. Can I come up? Yes, I can.
Yeah, it's difficult terrain, but yeah.
Yeah, 15.
Yep. That's your 30.
I'm targeting Obsidian. No. I'd like to... So the sword again becomes kind of like radiating with this like little spectral light. That hits. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not great. Oh, it is good. Great.
Yeah, this blast of light. Tell me how you kill him.
Literally as she's coming from below with like a really well aimed stab that is just gonna go straight to like a vital organ, potentially like a heart, so that it's quick and as painless as possible. And yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
Surgical.
Yeah. He goes down. I am aware...
Clinical. Less fun that Atticus is having.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Atticus, I'll give you a chance. I'll give Atticus and Obsidian a chance to do anything they want to do before I wrap up combat.
All right.
Atticus, looking around, there is much blood and bodies.
That'll be an extra 5 feet because it's up the stairs.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. I guess I'd try the door first. Oh, fuck. Guys, there's a lot of doors up here. Make sure the place is secure.
Okay. Is that you?
I have 5 more feet. Can I open this door as well?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a dead rat A rodent of unusual size is dead on the floor.
Can I use my action to dash and open more doors?
That would be a large amount of object interactions.
Okay, then I will wait here.
Obsidian, on hearing this, do you have an immediate action you want to take, or would you just be taking stock of a situation?
Would you mind just repeating what because we did a perception check and there was something above? Was it just the guys on the rafters?
There
was it something else
and
entirely?
then it was shot with a crossbow.
Okay, so it was
was
okay.
and then it
Cool.
came down very heavily.
All right, so those were just the guys on the rafters.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just thought that maybe that was something that happened like on the roof or something to that effect.
No.
Sure. Yeah, I guess Obsidian will then rush out, just sort of seeing that nothing else requires handling here. Look around if anyone took interest to this particular body.
Not so far.
Sure.
This has all been 20 seconds or so.
Grab by the legs and take it with me and close the door. And that's it.
Oh, we're efficient.
So, at this point, as I end combat, I'm aware that combat sort of means we didn't take our usual break. With an hour left on the session, do people want to take 10 minutes, or do we want to just push through? I'm fine with either.
I'm fine.
I don't need a full 10 minutes, but I do need like 3.
Why?
I gotta pee.
Let's take 3 minutes. It'll be 4. She has a problem. Okay, we'll be back in 3 minutes.
Really pee.
So, perfect time to unmute. I brought us back in, and immediately, you immediately talk about your diarrhea. Absolutely unbelievable.
Oh.
So, I will end combat. As enemy, you are stood. You close the door. Oh, sorry, Obsidian. The door you closed would also have had one of the pull-down bars if you wanted to have bolted the door.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
The sounds of the city are much quieter now that it is evening. I've tried to reflect that slightly. But it hasn't gone down much.
On reflection, Sireh, do you reckon we should bring that guard you knocked out?
DM, since it is munching, DM, how well hidden is he? Like, because we did sort of cover him.
You described him as you have piled like some sacks and crates on him, so I can't imagine you would have left him unconfident at how well he was hidden.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is well hidden.
What are the chances that he definitely wakes up?
Yeah, how well knocked out is he?
He was knocked out but stable.
Yeah, which means, like, you know, in at least Baldur's Gate, he's just going to stay there forever. Like, literally forever.
Yeah, we're playing video game rules or real life rules where in 30 seconds he's going to be gone.
Yeah, real life rules where he has headaches for the rest of his life and a constant tremor.
So with that regard, then her answer would be, no, leave it what it is. Like, let's just find the things we came to get and get the fuck out of here as fast as we can. And with that in mind, she's going to start searching around for drugs, evidence. What is this door? There's a door there.
I've unpaused the game.
Okay. Door. Door is locked.
No, it's not.
Oh. Door is... Oh, it's not within reach. Okay. God, Foundry, Jesus
Trying to telepathically open doors. Come
Yeah.
on.
You step into what looks to be a small office with a messy desk, a fairly empty bookshelf, and a chest on the floor.
Nice.
It looks like a beautiful room for some investigation. Or perception, or... But I guess first things first, the table.
Yeah?
Paperwork, letters, logs.
Make me an investigation check for your summarized sneaking around. Well, your summarized scouring of the room.
I'm going to roll with advantage. with the inspiration. So I've
Go
unclicked
for
my
it. I thought you were
inspiration
just
now.
deciding, I'm going to do it at advantage.
No, I'm using my recap inspiration. Natural 20.
Okay, so this is for a search of the desk, did you say?
You just said a general chest of the room. Yes.
I did, yeah. So, there is, on the desk, there is a large book that is clearly a shipment manifest. Are you just pocketing these things, or are you doing a little scan through each of them now so I know how much to read?
Do you know what? I'm actually, because times so the moment I see it's a shipping document, it goes in the bag. Like
Okay.
anything that looks remotely relevant goes in the bag for later inspection.
You see, there is also a thinly rolled letter that is. It's just paper. It isn't sealed, but it's been rolled so much or for so long. But it does that annoying thing where it wants to be rolled, and like if it wasn't pinned down, it snaps back into a roll. So there is a small letter on the desk, not in an envelope, just an open letter.
I don't have time for it. Into the bag.
Okay. Looking across the bookshelf, only one book seems to stand out enough to be interested or named. You see a black book, leather bound with a thin gold detail on the spine, called 2 Zents Worth, A History of the Zentarim.
Great. Into the bag.
Yep.
Is that literally out of Baldur's Gate?
That is
very familiar.
That is a Baldur's Gate 2 book. And then, there is the chest. Are you searching the chest?
Is it obviously trapped?
What's obvious? You've made an investigation check of a room. You got a nat 20.
There's an anvil above it.
You saw...
Yeah.
Yeah. At your quick, admittedly hurried inspection, you don't see any wards on it.
I will try to open it.
You open it. As you trigger all of it, no. Opening it, you see a fairly empty chest. There are 3 items in here. There is a small pouch that looks to be filled with coins.
Into the bag.
There is a gas mask made of thick leather.
Absolutely grabbing that in my hand.
And there is something that kind of makes you stop, freeze for just a moment. It is not part of a greater thing. This isn't some cliffhanger. You see what you recognize to be as a unused, disassembled detonator in the chest. Not that it's rigged, just someone has stored a detonator in this chest. And your stomach just catches for a moment.
Yeah, it really does. She's been moving really fast, and this just kind of like suddenly like makes her stop and look at it, and then hastily grab it and put it in the bag.
Make me a perception check with advantage.
Yeah.
As you sort of just move it in with that rapid speed and sort of process it as you're doing it, you confirm to yourself that the wires, the colouring of the wires are done in a familiar signature. This has been done with a design that you are familiar with. A personal flair.
This will be playing on her mind as she tries to check for any other signs, any other familiar bits, now that she knows what she might be looking for.
You are confident that that was a comprehensive sweep of everything of interest in the room.
As Obsidian comes in, she looks like she's seen a ghost, but then slams the trunk shut and said, "This room is clear. We should see if we can find this drug. It's not in here."
I will now add a number of items to your inventory.
Great.
I guess like Obsidian wouldn't start just snooping around. It's really leaving it to the people who might know what they're doing with this. But I guess he'd be interested enough to just look into a few of those, like, I mean, they have been also thrown around, so probably one or two of the boxes has already been like cracked open. So he'll just take like a quick stock of what's in the main sort of storage area.
Yeah, you see from the chests that are either open, you see a lot of wool. You see a lot of untreated, uncured leather, and you see lumber. It's general crafting supplies.
Sure.
What do we wish to do, team?
Well-
Jim, I would have read. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Atticus would probably have only very briefly paused and would have continued playing door kickers and breaching every door possible in a violent manner.
Okay, let's see. So Siray's done that search. Obsidian's checked some chests. Asher, what would you have done before, in this sort of 30, 40 seconds before we pan back to Atticus playing SWAT team?
So I was running up to join Atticus, but I got up here and saw how many different barrels and stuff. So I would do a kind of what the hell is all this before following him.
So the open barrels are empty. But if are you going down that corridor alcove bit to the south?
Yeah, I mean, if it seems like there's stuff down here, I'm trying to find whatever we're looking for.
The open barrel has a strange liquid. Oh, so what I'll give to you, because it's an unfortunate part of the map, there are not clusters of giant spider eggs on these
Thank
rafters.
God.
It's just part of the map. It is giant spider eggless. There is a couple of open barrels of what looks to be a murky water-like substance until you're peering at it and you almost jump for a moment. There's a plip, and you see that actually it's catching a leak from the ceiling above.
Okay.
It's just being used as a rain catcher.
If it all seems pretty mundane, then I will go back to trying to follow Atticus.
Atticus is just booting doors. So the first door has a few chests arranged as a very sort of makeshift barrier. You see there's a sleeping bag on the other side, but I mean, you're taller than these. You're so tall, Atticus. You can see over these crates, and there's nobody in here. There is a small satchel next to the bed.
Bam.
Kicking this door open, you see the floor. The floorboards have been ripped up, braced with beams, and there is a ladder descending down into the dark.
Tib, damn it. There's a hole. Someone could have definitely escaped down here, and I'm pretty sure someone did come this way. Let me check the last door.
There is a large statue of it seems to be made entirely of jade, of an elephant, the trunk having broken off. As Asher joins you, can Atticus and Asher please both make me a religion check?
-2 intelligence, Asher. Oh dear.
You both know that it is obviously an elephant. You do not know why someone would have made a statue of it or how it would have ended up here.
Oh really? I thought I was going to get at least something. Is this arrayed stuff in the corner or no?
Yes, there are some golden urns. There's what you see here, like a chalice, a carafe, and a large jeweled urn. Everything but the urn seems to be clearly gold.
I would throw anything that's small enough to be done so in my backpack, possibly along with the jade trunk. And I'm gonna head back here. I'm concerned about this hole. Should we head down now? I think someone's gone down.
Yeah. So as I was coming up this hallway, I was following you, but I was gonna go get this satchel here. But then you made a loud sound as you opened elephant door, so I went in, saw it was a statue of an elephant, and have come back here to grab that satchel. And then I will turn back and be like, "Yeah, let tell the others," and I will shove this satchel in my own bag, and then yell at Sire and Obsidian. We've got a ladder going underground.
What do Obsidian and Siri do?
Yeah, if there's nothing else in this, I'm guessing these barrels and stuff are all sort of quite easily discarded as nothing important.
Yeah, knowing it's obvious to you because you've come in here and there's been an organized group of aggressive criminals, but everything here is very mundane. It's absolutely immediately obvious. Like, okay, cool. So this is a front.
Yeah.
There's not a, oh no, we sent here by mistake to attack an innocent warehouse.
Yeah. All right. Then she's gonna eye check Obsidian. If he's ready to go or seems to be following her.
Yeah.
No, as in like, check what, that we're on the same vibe. And then sort of go this way. Error, token collide. Okay. Chip, chip. Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, and you see Atticus stood looking into a small room that has a ladder heading down into a sort of darkness, but only comes with a scene transition.
I'm gonna look at Atticus. Are you sure that thing heads out of here? It's not just a ladder to a room.
If I look down, is it just black or?
You can see a grey stone floor about 20 foot down.
Okay. Looks like it leads to some kind of tunnel or sewer. I mean, I'm not sure how much we should pursue. Time is of the essence, and I thought we were going to burn this place to the ground.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I don't want to set it ablaze and then go into a tunnel that leads directly to all of the enemies.
We haven't found the drugs yet.
You didn't find any drugs?
No,
I assumed
there's
at
nothing.
least one of those crates was going to be full of drugs.
No, there was nothing there. There is have a logbook and a letter, but no drugs.
Then do we push on?
I don't think we can leave that pile of bodies unburnt.
Well, we can't burn our exit if we need to come back this way. Make sure the doors are barred, and we'll push forwards.
Yeah, they're barred.
I think
All
I
right.
don't like this. They screamed something about the shadow thieves. They screamed something about the shadow thieves.
He's in the hole. He's in the hole.
He's
in the hole.
So, if he's in the hole, let me show you where you're going. It is dark as you descend down into the hole. Sorry, one moment. There we go. And you find yourself on a cold stone floor with double doors in front of you and a ladder behind you.
Before we go through, I'm gonna look at Obsidian and be like, hey man, here. And I'm gonna hand him my potion of healing.
I mean,
you should drink this.
Oh, wait.
It's probably not all that angry right now.
Yeah, your rage would have ended, would it not, Obsidian? Why does Obsidian look so confused?
I'm looking at my inventory, which is empty.
I don't know if she's actually given it to you. She might just give it to you
Oh
in
no,
RP.
I mean, no. I mean, my inventory in general is just empty.
No, it's not to me. Do you want to hit F5?
Okay, so yeah, probably something is afoot.
And then I will end your rage effect as well for you.
Yeah, sure.
So should I be moving your potion of healing from you into he, Asher?
I mean, if he's taken it.
Is it? If I don't have one, I guess I might be
I've placed one in your inventory.
Okay, yeah, my inventory is here. I have a potion now.
Yeah, I just gave it to you, yeah.
Okay.
Are we playing,
Yeah, then
bonus
Obsidian
action
will
rules, by
indeed
the way?
accept but not use it yet.
Yeah.
I'll just...
Just,
We'll see if we
what-
need that.
Was this exchange is happening? Sorry. City's gonna take the letter from the back, just glance it, and then she'll say, "Guys, watch your step. There's a note here about the renovations and a literal note to watch your step. So, yeah, just do that."
All right.
Are we using a raw potion of healings, by the way?
Bonus to drink yourself, action to administer to somebody else.
Okay. And regular heal amount.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys ready? You guys ready?
Ready.
Bam!
The door opens into a large, unfortunately familiar for a couple of you, a large lab. A number of vats all bubbling away. And you see every single person in there is either crouched or in a defensive position, all facing towards the door, crossbows ready. However, they do not all absolutely fill Atticus with arrows, but they all just keep them leveled and waiting. A figure steps around. A half-elf with golden hair in red leathers with a very, very ornate looking staff.
Oh dear.
Now, why on earth would you be so fucking foolish? Oh, no, that's not her name.
The ruse.
What?
And now this is a true Lethan.
Why has that done that?
Oh.
I don't know why their name is coming up as Lethan, but they are not Lethan. Why would you be so fucking foolish? You can step forward, pretty boy.
Well, you know, I guess a job's a job.
Brought yourself into conflict. That's quite far enough. Brought yourself into conflict with the most dangerous group in Faerun.
The most dangerous.
The most dangerous.
You
Was the coin worth it?
You a cowled wizard or something then?
No, but I'm friends with a few.
Oh, who isn't? Those boys get around.
Your friends can come out too.
I'll step out with a hiya.
Sida's crossbow is in her hand.
Yeah, you'd all see there's a general spread. So for those of you who are not familiar with this room, you're walking across a metal strut walkway. You see that you can drop down about 15 foot below. There's more complex. You see stairs to get down there. And that's the fourth one, yes? Good. So who sent you?
I feel a little bit like we've been misled about the nature of the enterprise here. Doesn't seem so much like an upstart rival gang, you know?
An upstart rival gang. No, safe to say it is not.
Well, our mistake.
Well, you here now. That's what's important. Hit the lights. And as the doors slam shut, the room plunges into complete darkness. And a fraction of a second later, you hear a huge roar as in front of you, a spectral form appears, throwing off light. But it should have been throwing off light, but it didn't. Let me make it throw off light. A large spectral bear that just fills the space in front of you. And we are going to start next session with the traditional rolling of combat and things such as that.
Gonna shed some light?
It is shedding some light.
Ah,
Yes,
there we go.
that is where we will leave things. Oh, I'll show you the bear, though. Here we go. That is our session. Thank you very much, everybody. We will be back next week for more shenanigans with music hopefully working properly. But yeah, take care, don't do drugs, and we will see you next time.